everybody. Thanks so much for joining me in my kitchen this evening. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds here to get on before I welcome everyone. See who's going to be joining us. Let me clamp myself up here while I'm waiting for you guys. Let's see if we can't tag some people. See if we can't get some people on here live with us. Let me know when you join in and then we will get started. I'll give you guys about 30 seconds to hop on while I'm sending some invites out to members of Tyra's group. I'm just going to kind of go down the list and see who we can get on here, and the more the merrier. If you're tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from. Love to know what states that we are having our guests here from. Hey, Miss Tyra. How are you? Hello, Nikki. Hi, Sam. Just post in the comments once you've joined where you are tuning in from. Low network connection. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can see me. It says I have a low network connection. I don't know why. Hopefully we don't have any of those, you know, those issues. Hi, Ray. So Sam, you see me? You gave me a thumbs up. Awesome. Hello, Miss Ray. Hope you guys are all having a good night out there in Facebook land. Hi, Shelly. Welcome. It's been a while since I've seen you. All right. Looks like we have about 5 people on, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of get started and let you guys know how this is going to work. Most of the time, you're not going to see my face because I'm actually going to pan my camera down on my island so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. You don't need to see me. This isn't very pretty to look at, so we're going to be doing a couple different things, and they all are going to be meal prepping. Most of you guys that know, if you are one of my customers, you know I love to meal prep because it does save a lot of time. And, you know, with having a family of 6 plus 1, we have an extra person in the house. For us, it just helps, you know, to stay organized and really save some money. So we're going to be doing a couple different things. So like I said, I'm going to be showing you guys actually 2 of my favorite breakfasts. I'm not a huge breakfast person. So we're going to be doing some yogurt cups. They're all going to be prepped and ready to go for about a week for me. And then I'm also going to be showing you how to make personalized omelets. They'll take about 12 minutes to bake in the oven. And then again, you know, like I said, it's great because then you don't have to worry about the kids eating cereal. Like, you could actually give them something protein. And then we're going to I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite healthy lunches that I like to have. And that's going to be, how many of you guys have ever went to Chipotle? Give me some love if you've ever been to Chipotle and had lunch before. So you know how Chipotle, you can make the burrito bowls there. So I'm going to show you a really easy way to prep those from home. So that number 1, you're saving money because they get very expensive. And number 2, you can control the ingredients when you cook them yourselves. So it's going to be economical, healthy, and quick. Okay. So let's see who all we got on here. Oh, Angelica joined in. So welcome to everybody again. First of all, I want to thank our amazing host, Miss Tyra. Without my host, I would not have a job. And so Tyra lives all the way on the West Coast over there. Tyra's hosted a couple of parties with me before, all virtually, of course, because I'm on one coast, she's on the other. And so we thought we would try something new with a live demo for her friends. So thank you again, Tyra, for hosting a party with me. It's always fun, and you always end up earning a lot of free stuff. So hopefully we can keep that ball rolling, girl, and keep you earning some free stuff. For those of you guys tuning in, I want to welcome you guys. If you've never been to a Pampered Chef party, kind of sit back, relax. You're going to get a lot of information on products. You're going to find some, hopefully I can give you guys some food tips to save you time and money, and some recipes to go along with it. So as you guys join in, just let me know you're here. I'm just going to go through what our guest specials are for the month. Of course, my dear. Okay, so for all of my shoppers out there, you have 3 ways that you can get Pampered Chef products in your home. One is by shopping through Tyra's party link, which is going to be all the way at the top of her event up in the pinned post area. So her link will be up there. You can order anytime, and there's a little surprise announcement later, so hang tight to that. So of course you can order online. So we have our guest special, which is you spend $75 this month, and you get one of the micro cookers for free. So you have your choice of the large, or you would have the small. This is a 1 quart and a 2 quart for free. So it's around a $12 value for free. The second way that you can, of course, put Pampered Chef products in your home is by hosting a party. And so because Tyra's hosting a party with me now, anybody that books a party off of Tyra's party, Tyra, oh, you're in the middle, that's right. My goodness, I can't keep track of anyone anymore. So Tyra would get a half price item at your party. So it benefits her and it benefits you whenever you host a party. So again, hang tight for an announcement later on that. And then the third way, of course, to put products into your kitchen is by joining my team. So we have some amazing new consultant starter kits. They range from price anywhere from $109 to $249 and all the way up to $1,000 worth of products. So you can see I'm doing this straight from my home, which is a blessing of this business. You can do this business from anywhere, from anybody's house, as long as you have Pampered Chef products, which we can help you with that. All right, so we're going to get started. If you guys have any questions along the way, just post them down in the comments. I will try to peek up from time to time, but most of the time what I like to do is go back after I've done the demo and answer any questions that you might have. All right? So I'm going to kind of move my camera down so you guys can see the area where I'm working at. Let me double check and make sure. Yes. Let me know if you guys can see everything okay. Hopefully you can. So we're going to be doing some chicken. Let me tell you a little bit about what I'm doing first. So most of us consume. You keep getting a live video interrupted. That's really weird. Is it still saying that, Tyra? Let me check my connection real quick. Give me thumbs up, guys, if you guys can see me and hear me okay. Or is it still saying live video interrupted? It's not saying anything on my screen. Okay, not right now. Okay. Sorry about that. I wonder what's going on. Interesting. Behold the power and problems of Facebook, right? Okay. So at the grocery store, we can normally buy these bulk packs of chicken. And so what I found is a lot of ways that you can save money when you buy those, because most of these chicken breasts, when you would break them down, are typically enough for about 2 to 3 people. Are you not hearing me now? Ray, do you still hear me? Let me see if I can move this, if it gets any better. Let me finagle. You can hear Sam? Okay. Wolfie, can you come in and help me? Because I'm going to have my husband come in, and maybe if he records, he can kind of watch to make sure that we're not having any issues technology-wise. It keeps saying that we're interrupted. Can you... I'm going to turn this bright light off. Man, I'm freaking hot. You can flip the camera, honey. You can just sit there in the chair if you want. Sorry, I probably interrupted my husband's nap. Just comment below, guys. He's going to be holding the camera for me so we can see if that helps any. So if you guys are having issues hearing me, just make sure to comment down below. And then he can read and let me know. Hopefully, it normally tells me on the top of my screen if the broadcast is interrupted.
She says I can now.
Okay. All right, so back to what we were saying. Bulk packs of chicken. We buy them at the store. They're typically cheaper when we buy them in bulk. And most of the time, we get them home from the grocery store. And what we do is what I call the chicken ritual. We bring them home from the store. We separate them into Ziploc bags. We put them in the freezer. And so most of us work, you know, 8 to 5, 9 to 5. Some people work a 10 to 7 job. And the last thing that you want to do is come home from working and have to worry about prepping dinner. So some of these steps are going to fit right in with when you come home from the grocery store that you can prep ahead of time to save yourself a lot of time on the backside. So chicken breasts, they take typically anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to cook for most people. But I'm going to show you guys, again, another food tip that's going to save you guys a lot of time also on top of money. And that's because we're going to fillet down our chicken breasts so that they cook on 4 minutes per side. So you're going to get twice the amount of chicken out of your pack, and then you're also going to be cooking it twice as fast. Okay? So if you want to watch, we're just going to take our new forged shears, which I love, especially if you're working with any kind of protein. They come apart for easy cleanup, and then they just go right back together. You guys see that? So they're part of the new Forged Cutlery collection, so they have a lifetime warranty on them also. So when I'm trimming chicken, I always like to use shears. I think it's so much easier to get down in when I'm cutting the fat and getting rid of the tendons, to do that with shears versus doing it with a knife, okay? So you guys will see there's a lot of fat typically on chicken, but the one part that I want to make sure I get rid of is that nasty little tendon that's between the chicken breast and the chicken tender that you can normally buy at the grocery store. So you guys see this part right here? This is that part that you really want to be able to trim out. So that's exactly why I like using shears to do that, because I think you can be more accurate. And then because they have the points on the end, you can make sure that you can get where you want to go. So we're just going to trim our chicken down. And thank goodness I have my trash can right beside me. Anybody else hate touching chicken? I think it's the worst thing of food that we can possibly have to touch. So see, this is where I'm talking about right here. There's this little tendon that runs right down in there. And that is always really chewy when you bite into it. And typically I'm the one that always ends up biting into that piece. So we want to cut that out. So I'm just going to run down the side and get the rest of this piece off here. And then I'm just going to clean up these other 2 chicken breasts too. So again, another tip for you guys, if you have a smaller family, you could actually keep going right down this middle piece. You'll see right down your chicken breast, there's a line that goes right down. This is that chicken tender that you can buy in the grocery store, you know, and they normally charge about the same as what they do for a chicken breast, for the chicken tenders. So you could actually, if you want, and I'll just show you, keep going right down that line. And that's that chicken tender that you can find at the grocery store in those packs, okay? So now you got the breast and you've got the chicken tender. So really, if you wanted, you could cut all 4 of these tenders off and you could use them for something like chicken nuggets, for a lunch for the kids, or in a stir fry, or in a fried rice. That would be really good. Any comments so far? No. Everybody's quiet. Are you guys still awake? Anybody out there drinking a glass of wine for me right now? I know Tyra probably is. Tyra, are you having a glass of wine this evening? All right, so we got that one, and like I said, I'm just going to snip right here where that tendon piece is and cut that off. My poor husband's not getting his nap. Oh, the girls are going to feel sorry for you. So see how handy these shears are? Now we do have 2 sets of shears in the catalog. We have the old professional set, that they've had in the catalog for about 12 or 14 or 15 years, somewhere around there. And then, like I said, these are the brand new ones that just came out. And I actually prefer working with these now. Again, especially if I'm working with protein, because they're so easy for me to clean up. Tim, what are your favorites? Which ones do you like?
I like those better.
You like these better too?
Yeah. It says low network connection.
Low network connection. So give me a thumbs up if you guys can still hear and see me. It's saying low network connection on my side. Let us know if you can still hear us okay. Anybody commenting? Nothing? Oh. It's like a blessing and a curse all at the same time, Facebook is.
No wine for me tonight.
Oh, that must have been Tyra.
Unsweet iced tea.
Unsweet iced tea? Is that really such a thing? Oh, goodness. I need to have all the sugar in the world in my tea or I can't drink it.
She says I like sharp shears.
You like sharp shears? Yeah. Yeah, no dull shears for us girls, right? It's probably kind of scary. For most men, they would probably be freaking out right now. A girl with some shears. All right. So we're going to take another one of my favorite products, which is going to be the close and cut. Okay. So typically, this you're not going to really think about doing chicken with, but I'll tell you, this is the easiest and fastest way for you to fillet a chicken breast. And you want to fillet a chicken breast. That's how you get them to cook so much faster. So think about it. It's fat on one side and it's thin on the other side. And so normally when we try to cook it just like this, you tend to end up having to cook this 15 or 20 minutes here. And meanwhile, the rest of the breast is done. Okay. So you have two options. You can either pound it out. Uh-oh, somebody's saying something. So you can pound it out so that it's one thickness the whole way across, or you can fillet it. And so from my experience, I know that filleting it is the best option because when you pound it, it kind of tightens up the muscles in whatever protein that you're working with, okay? But when you fillet it, you're running the knife straight through so that the muscles don't have a chance to tense up on you. And so you end up with juicier, better chicken. We all want better breasts, right? All right, so we're just gonna kind of put this on here and squish him in, okay? And so the close and cut, I'm gonna show you another option for it here in a little while with using it for tomatoes. And of course, yes, I'm gonna wash it in between, girls. Don't be freaking out on me. So with the close and cut, you're gonna want a knife that is more than 7 inches, okay? So that when you put it down here, you want it to be bigger than the width of the close and cut. So you're just gonna lay this right here on the close and cut. You're gonna push this down. I like to hold on to these little grips right here. And when you push down, there's springs. There's springs in this gray part here and this gray part here. And so what it does is it kind of gives the chicken breast a hug so that the chicken breast cannot move. All right, so we're just gonna shimmy our knife on across. And now you've cut your chicken breast into perfect fillets, okay? Perfect fillets that are gonna cook at the same time and temperature now versus trying to cut that big old fat side or cook the big old fat side and then, you know, the other parts, you know, drying out. So again, we're just gonna kind of shimmy it on here, knife on, press down, and then just take your knife right on across. So then again, like I said, you've got your perfect chicken fillets. If you already own the close and cut, let me know what you use the close and cut one, okay? I think a couple of you already have it, probably in your kitchens. And so I want to know if there's some uses for it that I've not thought about. All right, so we've got our chicken. You guys see how easy this is? We don't need to do that. That was that tendon piece that I cut off. So just shimmy it on there. Squeeze that little breast in there. That should be a man's job, Tyra. What do you think? Take this right on across. And you've got your chicken all done, just like that.
We got Nicole Inez and Jill Mundy.
Hi, Nicole. Hi, Jill. Welcome to Tyra's party. Let me know how you guys know Tyra. So I'm going to clean this up real quick because we can't have chicken all up in our grill over here, right? Let's move this out of the way so that I can clean those two. All right, so let's talk cookware for a second. Honey, come this way over to the stovetop. So I know Tyra's excited about our new cookware collection. That's kind of why she booked her party with me. So Pampered Chef just got done restyling their cookware. And so you're going to see some amazing new features with it. So just like the old cookware, here, let me turn this light on. Just like the old cookware, it's got the lifetime warranty. There's absolutely not one drop of Teflon in this coating, which is awesome because for most of us non-stick people, you know, we live in a world of convenience and we want the best of having non-stick, but then we have this like huge shopping list of features for our cookware that we want, right? So we want to be able to use metal and throw it in a dishwasher and not consume Teflon. I mean, you know, I blame my parents for all my brain damage that I have now because when I was little, they used to tell me that it was pepper in my food, and I now know growing up that it was actually Teflon from their cookware that was flaking into those mashed potatoes, and so I'll just blame my parents for it. So with the new restyling of our cookware, it is a brand new kind of coating compared to the last cookware set that we had. But what's awesome is it still is PFOA free. So if you guys know anything about cookware, you know that once it gets to medium high to high heat, your cookware is going to release a chemical called PFOA. If you're a bird owner, that's really dangerous because that chemical can actually cause bird flu and kill birds, okay? So think about it. If it kills birds, it's probably not that healthy for us either. So Pampered Chef cookware is PFOA free, so you're not going to have to worry about that fume coming out of our cookware if you cook on medium high to high heat. So some great other features that it has, the coating on here, guess what? Is husband proof, okay? Husband proof. You can use your metal utensils in the pan and it's not going to scratch the coating up. So I'm a mom of 4 kids. So in all things Wolfinger household, we need to have convenience. And so this amazing pan, all of this collection can also go into the dishwasher, okay? So for me, I was sold just with that one sheer feature of the new cookware. So just like the last set of cookware, it does have a lifetime warranty on it. So if you ever do have any issues with your cookware, you call me or you call Pampered Chef or Facebook message because that's how we roll. And we'll get it taken care of for you. But one really unique feature with the Pampered Chef cookware that you're not going to find on the market very often right now is removable handles, okay? So you guys see this? So you're going to push this button in, pull this back, and lift your handle, and the handles come off. So you're probably thinking to yourself, Becky, why is that important? Why is it important to have a removable handle? So I want you guys to think about it in a couple different ways. So I'm a mom of 4, and my biggest fear when I'm cooking is that I have my handle just slightly off of the surface of my oven, you know, right here, and the kid comes by and knocks it off and onto themselves, okay? Dangerous. I don't even want to think about the possibility of one of the kids getting oil or any hot water or anything like that splattered all over them. So if I'm cooking on the stovetop surface, I can take the handle off and I don't have to worry about that handle ever hanging over while I'm cooking, okay? So another great thing to think about is when you're cooking, your handle takes up so much room on your cooktop surface that if I wanted to have 5 pots on here right now, I would not be able to do it if they all had handles, okay? But if you have cookware like this with the removable handles, you're gonna have the option and ability to use all 5 burners at one time because you don't have to worry about it. So another thing to think about is in your storage, okay? So most of us, again, are probably limited with the amount of storage space that we have in our kitchens. But without having handles, all of our pans will stack in one nice, neat row, okay? So one stack from top to bottom, you throw the handles in along the sides of it, and you don't have to worry about storage anymore, okay? So another thought is in your oven, because these are oven safe up to 450 degrees. Again, just like the stove top surface, think about how much more room and flexibility that gives you if you're cooking something into the oven. So I always think about, I don't know, that perfect steak, okay? The perfect steak you sear on 3 minutes on each side. I hope my husband's listening right now. 3 minutes on each side, and then you pop it into the oven to finish for about 5 to 7 minutes, depending on the doneness and how you like it. We still like ours to move. Well, kind of, anyway. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and preheat our pan. We're gonna let this pan warm up because when I put my meat on the pan, I want my pan to be hot. Why is that important? Well, it's important for a couple different reasons. We're also gonna put our cast iron press into the grill pan to let this preheat too. So for about 5 minutes, you're gonna let the pan and the press preheat together. So why is it important? So think about it. If I were to just take the chicken breast and put it into the pan right now, the pan's not hot. So basically what happens is, just like the pan is warming up, think about a pot of boiling water. Water slowly has to come to temperature before it boils, and your meat is no different. Meat has a lot of water or moisture running through it, and so if you gradually raise the temperature of your said piece of meat, you're slowly boiling it from the inside out. And so again, it causes the muscles of whatever protein it is to tense up, and then it also causes the moisture to run out. So you end up with dry, tough, whatever kind of protein it is you're cooking. Okay? So our chicken, we need to season it up right because chicken needs flavor, girls. Okay? It's got to have flavor. So we're going to put on some Southwestern seasoning because remember, we're kind of doing a take on Chipotle. So we want to have some Mexican flavors going on. So you're going to see I'm just coating one side with our Southwestern seasoning mix. If I have anybody out there that has any gluten issues, no need to worry about Pampered Chef seasonings. They are all gluten-free.
You're down to 10%.
Okay, you can probably just plug me in right there. And hold on for one more day. I'm going to start singing to you guys. You're going to get scared. Anybody else join us? All right, so we just got one side. So we're gonna let our pan get hot, and then we're gonna put the seasoned side down. I'm just gonna wash my hands up real quick. And we're gonna wash this closing cut. Then we need our knife back because we're going to be working with tomatoes on the closing cut here in a second. All right, anybody having any tech issues? We still good? Everybody sees me? Give me a big thumbs up if you're still there with us. Or maybe you fell asleep. Hopefully I'm not boring you to death. What'd they say?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Nothing? We have crickets?
Crickets.
Is there crickets on Facebook?
Crickets.
No, crickets allowed. Does it still have a number up at the top?
It says 2.
Oh, we lost people. Come on.
It says Becky Hayes Allen is watching.
Hi, Becky. Becky's having a party with me in April. Can't wait. We'll have to think about whether we want to do your party like this or not. All right, so let's check our pan. Normally, you'll know that it's ready when you can feel heat about right here, okay? So normally about 7 to 8 inches high. If you feel heat up here, you typically know that your pan's ready. So it's not quite ready yet. So, because it's not ready, we're going to start on our salsa. So one thing I can promise you, in the Wolfinger household, you'll either see dogs running by or hear kids in the background. So don't fret, I'm okay. I am outnumbered. All right, so we're gonna take the core out of our tomatoes. And I'm using the cord more. What's that? What'd you say?
The plug's being weird.
Oh. So we're just gonna pull this core out. And then I'm gonna use our veggie wedger. Now I'm gonna put the flat side down, okay, right here onto the bottom. And basically you're just going to rock it side to side. And what this tool is gonna do is it's gonna cut right here in this shape, okay? So this is perfect for if you do wanna do tomatoes for a salad, if you wanted to cut onions into, into big wedges. green peppers. I always think about, you know, kids and their picky eating habits. This is kind of the perfect way, if you do have picky eaters, that you can get the flavor into a recipe, but make it big enough so that they can pull it out later on when it comes time for them to eat, because I know I have picky eaters. So we're just going to put it down and rock it side to side and push it straight down, and now you've quartered your tomato. Okay, you guys see that? You got nice wedges. So push straight down. Hi, Lily. This is my youngest gal. Oh, you want to come and help? Is that what it is? Aha, I see. She loves, loves, loves to be in the kitchen. Don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you like to help your mama in the kitchen? Mm-hmm. All right, so we're making salsa. So we're going to throw these tomatoes right in here into the manual food processor. Did you wash your hands?
Die potatoes.
It's a tomato, not a potato. Did you wash your hands? No. Can you wash your hands, please? See? Issues of the Wolfinger household, all I can say. All right, so in with our tomatoes, aka potatoes, we're going to throw in about a half of a cup of cilantro. I like a lot of cilantro in my salsa. I love the flavor. Now, I know some people think it tastes like soap. Some people think it smells like stink bugs. Whatever. Along with that, we're going to zest a lime. When you're zesting, you're just looking to take off the green, okay? Underneath the green, this white part is actually called pith, and it's really, really bitter. And ain't nobody got time for bitterness in your salsa.
So no network connection.
Give us a thumbs up if you guys can hear us still. Just want to make sure everybody's still there. Nope, I already got it.
Gail Bickle is watching.
Who?
Gail.
Hi, Gail. Welcome. All right, so we're just going to cut our lime into half. And then we're going to press with our citrus press. Now, most people are going to think with the citrus press to take it and put it in this way because of the shape of it. And that's actually not the right way to do it. You actually want to flip it over like this to get the maximum amount of juice out of it. And so we're going to do half. Oh, you going to help me? Half of our lime right into our salsa. There we go. Good job.
You just squeeze it on me.
And so, again, most people are going to take this piece that's left over and it's going to go right into the trash can. Well, not me. It's going to go right into a glass of water so that we can infuse flavor into our water. And if you're doing a large amount of them at one time, yeah, you can go ahead and put that on top. If you're doing a large amount of them at one time, just take a freezer bag. Throw them all in the freezer bag, pop them into the freezer, and then they'll stay frozen in there kind of like an ice cube. So that when you do have water and you want that hint of lime flavor in there, you can just pull one out and throw it into your water. All right. So we're going to go ahead and combine our ingredients. Here, why don't you scoot this a little bit closer to you? There we go. Using our manual food processor. You need some help? Yeah? Here, let me try, honey. Let me try. So we just want to get it about halfway because we still have a couple of ingredients to add into it. All right, so we still want it to be chunky. We're gonna my little helper. We're gonna press in 2 cloves of fresh garlic. And again, you've probably seen that I'm leaving the skin on with the garlic.
Ew. You squeeze it on me.
Because it's gonna pull your skin off with the garlic press. Here, nope, leave it on. Sweetie, this is really hard to do. Lillian. There we go. So we got our 2 cloves of garlic. And if you do have the peel stuck down in there, there's this nifty little tool that kind of snaps right in here into the handle that you can scrape that garlic out, the skin out with. And that way you don't have garlic on your hands for 2 weeks. Unless you want to keep the husband away, then it's great husband deterrent too. All right, so how about you do that again, And I'm gonna grab an onion because I forgot to get it out. I could have sworn I got one out. All right, while she's doing that, we're gonna go ahead and take our chicken breasts over and put those onto the grill. Now I want you guys to hear the sound. Are people still on with us? Mm-hmm. Okay, awesome. If you guys have any questions while we're doing this, just make sure you can comment below. And my husband is recording so I can answer them as we go. So this piece on the press is going to be a little bit warm. So I like to make sure that I'm careful and do it with an oven mitt. And we're going to take the seasoned side down of our chicken breast and lay those in there. And that is that beautiful sound that you should hear. Okay, so that's after letting your press preheat for about 5 minutes. Now before we put, you can leave it, just leave it right like that, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Before we put the press on top of it again, we're gonna sprinkle that side now with Southwestern seasoning mix.
Now what?
And then our press,
That's hot.
I was seeing if it was. It's going to go right back on top. You guys hear that? You hear it all over again. That's because this press is hot, so now you're cooking that chicken from top and bottom at the same time. So we're going to set our timer for 4 minutes because I get sidetracked when I'm cooking, and so I want to make sure that I flip that chicken at 4 minutes. So we're going to take an onion. We're just going to cut our ends off. And I only want about a half an onion because I'm not making a lot of salsa tonight. Because again, this is going to be topping for my burrito bowl. So we're going to leave half of our onion. We'll use that for dinner tomorrow. Sweetheart.
Is that what that is?
No, I got to cut it down into a smaller piece. Okay?
Okay.
And now we're going to put this in to our manual food processor. Lid on. Let me get it started for you. I'm strong.
Yes.
You're silly.
You're strong.
And so now we've got fresh, chunky salsa that's ready to go for us. Here, you can do it a little bit more for me, okay? Moms and grandmas, don't be afraid to get those kids in the kitchen cooking. All right, so while we have our chicken cooking, our salsa's done, we're gonna move on to the next recipe that we need to get in the oven. So we're gonna talk about breakfast for a second. Just leave that there for me, okay? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna make some personalized omelets, the way that I like my omelet to be done. And we're gonna use this product called a brownie pan, okay? So yes, it will do brownies, okay? Hence the name brownie pan. I wish they would have named this something different so that you could actually see past the word brownie. So think about omelets, little mini meatloaves, pizzas, lasagnas, everything except for brownies, right? But brownies, $3.50 for 17 minutes and you have perfect brownies. The best of both worlds because you get that nice edge piece if you're an edge person, or you get that soft center if you're a center person. Excuse me. All right, so I have 12 eggs in our classic flat batter bowl. And we're just gonna whisk those together. All right, you whisk for me. We're gonna grind in some black pepper. And you want about a teaspoon. And then Himalayan coarse sea salt. So Himalayan salt, this little pink crystals that are in there. Hopefully everybody knows how good that is for you. Most salt that you buy, a lot of people still use iodized salt. There's absolutely no health benefits to it. So when you're working with something like Himalayan sea salt, it's actually a mineral, and so it has some vitamin or some health benefits to it. Okay, thank you, Lily.
Welcome.
So before we started, I took a bag of spinach and I just wilted that down with a little bit of garlic in our pan here. So we're just gonna toss that in. You can stir that in for Mama. Look at you. Awesome. All right, we should be good.
My arm's already hurting.
Your arm's hurting? Why is your arm
and
hurting?
This is my good arm.
All right, so I'm not spraying the brownie pan with anything, guys. We're just gonna take and use that pour spout that's on there, and you're gonna fill the wells up about a half the way. Woo!
Ugh.
That one went in, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
That one's gonna be a big puffy egg. Trust me.
Yeah.
I did that last time. I made this like gigantic egg. Oh my goodness, that's because the spinach fell in. Can you get Mommy a spoon?
Yeah.
Thank you. Look, and this is when I say, like at my cooking shows, pampered chef, not perfect chef. Right?
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
Nope.
Nope.
Not
I think we should be good, actually. All right.
Here.
Are we good? Let's see. Do we need to
Tyler
move?
said what a great idea.
Well, thanks, Tyra. I have tons of useless knowledge, girlfriend. Just ask anybody that goes to my shows.
The beeper will.
All right, so we need to flip our chicken.
Flip it, flip it, flip it.
All right, so I want you guys to see how amazing this chicken looks after 4 minutes on this new grill pan. Can you guys see this? That is 4 minutes. Honey, get a close-up of that chicken breast.
That's what I'm trying to do.
4 minutes. Here, I'll just bring it to you. How about that? Look at that, guys. That's 4 minutes on the one side. Whoop. So now we're just going to put it back in, press back on, and we're going to cook it for 4 more minutes. Oh. All right, so back to our eggs.
What are we doing now?
We're going to sit this over here for a second.
Okay.
We're going to move a new cutting mat over.
Ooh, yay! Are you going to cut potatoes? Tomatoes. Are you going to cut tomatoes?
Yes, I'm cutting tomatoes.
I corrected myself.
All right, so we used this a little bit earlier to cut those, to fillet those chicken breasts in half. And so now we're going to use these for grape tomatoes. So this is my one tip, parent to parent, for you guys, okay? Anything like this that's small and round, and I think especially of a grape, a black olive, a mozzarella cheese ball, cherry tomatoes, anything that's like that. 35 kids a year die from choking on a grape, okay? That's not cut in half because it's round and it gets lodged right back there in their throat. So 35 kids a year. So this is that tool, guys. This is the one thing if you bought tonight, this is the one thing if you're a parent or grandparent, I ask you to buy, okay? Just for safety reasons. So the same way that we did our chicken earlier, we're gonna lay the knife on the edge and we're gonna close this down and we're just gonna shimmy our knife right on through. And so now most people don't like to cut grapes one by one because they take forever. And now I've cut all of these tomatoes in half at one time with one slide of the knife, okay? So safety first, right? But we can also have convenience and still be safe. So we're gonna take our tomatoes and I'm just gonna drop a couple tomatoes. Oh, Lily's ready to help, look at her. Couple tomatoes right down in each one of the wells. So like I said, use your imagination with this. You really can do whatever ingredients that you like in your omelets in this pan. All right, so we need cheese for both the burrito bowls and we need them for the omelets. Okay, so I'm going to cut it one time. We're gonna grate our cheese one time for both recipes. So I have about 10 ounces of sharp cheddar that we're just gonna grate. Lily's probably gonna steal cheese. I know she's eyeballing it right now. If you want some cheese, you can grab some. I think I'm outnumbered, not by children, but mice in my house. Okay, I think I need some mouse traps because we go through so much cheese every week in this house. Don't we, Lillian? Yes.
It's true.
It's true. Busted.
It's very, very true.
Okay, so we got our cheese. This is the coarse grater that I'm using. You guys will see this does not take any time. So I know people reach for a bag of cheese because it's convenient, okay? But your blocks of cheese are going to be cheaper, they're going to melt faster, and they're also going to taste better when you grate it yourself. And then you're also controlling the ingredients because bags of cheese have cellulose powder in them, guys. Cellulose powder, for those of you guys that don't know, look, she's stealing cheese, is actually wood pulp, okay? That's an anti-caking agent. That's what that is. Sorry, so we're going to take cheese and we're just going to top on our omelets. Are you doing that for me? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So you see how much Mommy added? Yeah, good. There you go. And just if you can do the rest of those for me, that would be great. Feel like Tony the Tiger. That's great. Oh, our chicken should be ready. And I'm going to move this salsa off real quick. And I'm going to move this off real quick because I want this cutting board underneath of it. People still on?
3.
Yay! Who's still on with us? Let me know if you guys have learned anything new tonight and if you're enjoying the recipes so far. All right, so we're going to pull our chicken off. Can you guys believe this? Look at this chicken. Beautiful. So before I cut into this chicken, we are going to let this chicken rest. But I'm going to leave the pan on because I still have chicken left over from earlier. Just let that sit there for a second.
We have leftover cheese.
We have leftover cheese. That's because I need it for 2 recipes.
A lot.
So we're going to put some more chicken on. And I'm bound and determined that this is all going to fit, guys. Okay? We're going to shimmy it on here. Watch. Shimmy! Shimmy! There we go. Let me just wash my tongs. And what do we have to do? No, we're not shimmying, Isaac. No, we're going to season the other side. Here, go ahead. All right, so our omelets, before we put them in, this is what they look like. You guys see that? So whatever your favorite ingredients are. Watch out, sweetheart. These are going to go into the oven 375 for about 12 minutes. All right, we're good. There we go. And we're going to put this right back on top. What?
Double burner grill wouldn't need the shimmy.
What's that?
Double burner grill wouldn't need the shimmy.
Well, I have that one too. Who said that, Tyra?
Samantha.
Oh, yes, Sam. I just wanted to make sure everybody could see that new cookware line. Girl, you know I have the double burner grill pan. This house has 2 of those.
This one, Dad?
Yeah.
All right. So that chicken is cooking. Let's set the timer again. Let's set the timer on here.
It doesn't want to go in.
So before we started, I went ahead and I cooked 2 cups of brown rice because, again, we're thinking healthfully, right? We want healthful meals. And I have my storage containers. So these are the 2-cup prep bowls, okay? They come in a set of 2 with 2 lids. So this is what I like to portion my food out when I'm meal prepping for myself. So I'm just going to open these lids, and then these are the 1.5 cup. Yeah, 1.5 cup little storage containers. These come in the outlet. I believe these are in the clearance outlet right now. Okay, and so they just actually announced to us that we can, if you're a guest at a show, you can actually shop the clearance outlet now through the host party also, which is pretty spectacular. All right, watch yourself. All right, so hold your horses there, Batman. So I have the rice cooker. So this is the rice cooker, and it also does pasta. So I did 2 cups of brown rice with 5 cups of water, okay? It took about 14 minutes, and then you let it sit for about 10 minutes so that the rest of the water drains off and absorbs into the rice so that you have perfect fluffy rice.
Scoop that up.
And now we're going to take about 1/2 cup of brown rice and each one of our little bowls here. Oh, you want to do it?
That one.
Yep, you got it, sister. And while Lily's scooping that out, we're going to use our smooth edge can opener. And again, this is another safety gadget for the home, guys. How many of you guys have ever cut yourself on a can? I know a million of us have. I met this lady at a vendor show that actually had 4 stitches across the palm of her hand from cutting it on a can, and so she swears by our can opener. So we're going to open our can here. And what I love is that it cuts around this ring right here. Okay, so around the bottom of the actual lid itself. And so, you know, how many of you guys have gone through a gazillion can openers? And it's because the dial piece on your can opener, when you cut it down in through the top, actually comes in contact with the moisture and the liquid of your food. So number 1, you get cross-contamination, but number 2, it causes it to rust. So that mechanism goes bad, and then you're replacing your can opener. Ours never comes in contact with the food or the liquid from it, so you're never going to have rust issues, you're never going to have cross-contamination, because again, it cuts right through this bottom ring down here. So we're going to use this little pincher on the side, and there's a button on this side to bite down onto the rim of the can to pull this back. And so I have a can of black beans that I'm just going to take and I'm going to pour into our Easy Read measuring colander so that I can drain off the liquid and rinse them. You guys see that? I just poured that in. And now I'm just going to run water down through them to get all that extra starch off. So I like the Easy Read measuring colander, especially for berries. Any kind of berries, if I want to rinse my strawberries and blueberries and those kinds of things. And I'm just going to give them a shake. Guess what that is? That's our chicken timer.
Do we?
Yep, we're going to pour beans in each one of our bowls. I don't want a lot, okay? There we go. There we go.
Oh.
There we go. Woo! That one's got lots.
Silly Mom.
Me? All right, now Lily, you can take and put kind of a good handful, not a handful, of cheese in there for me.
Sprinkle that down.
And we're going to take our knife over here so you guys can see how juicy these chicken breasts are that we cooked already. Look at this, guys. Perfect, juicy chicken. 4 minutes on each side. And so I'm just cutting it. I know Sam is going to tell me, Becky, get the salad choppers out. But I like nice chunks of my chicken in my burrito bowls. So I don't want it shredded. So I'm going to just cut this with my knife. If you're just tuning in, make sure to let me know where you're tuning in from, what state are you, and how you know Miss Tyra. All right, so we're going to take our chicken. And we're gonna lay our chicken right on top of these bowls.
Squish that
Whoop.
down.
Are you squishing them, sister?
Yes. Squish down.
Squish. Yep. Just take it and drop it right on in there.
It's hot.
It is hot. There we go.
Feels like when they get burned.
All right, our chicken should be ready to flip again.
Okay then.
Look at that chicken, guys.
It's perfect.
That's 4 minutes.
It's excellent.
It's excellent.
Yes. This is what score
And
I
our
give
press right back on.
This is the score I give it.
Okay, so the rest of my rice that I have cooked, okay, is going to go into a freezer bag for me. And then I'll just put it in the refrigerator because if I want more rice when I'm eating my burrito bowl, then I already have it ready to go for me. All right, so our lids are going on. And, you know, some people would say, well, you know, top it with the salsa. But I don't like warm salsa. And so that's why I'm keeping the salsa separated. Because when it goes to, think about it, these are going to be cold because I'm storing them in the refrigerator. So I'm gonna reheat this, like, you know, for lunch tomorrow. And then I'll take a scoop of my salsa and put it on right on top. Look at you, Mama's helper. So easy, my munchkins can do it. You almost wore that one, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I bet I can do it with my eyes closed.
Oh, yeah? All right, so one more thing while we're waiting for that, and that's going to be another breakfast dish. Did you get it? Thank you, sweetheart. So in my 1 cup prep bowls, again, back to these, I have a half of a cup of just plain yogurt in each one. Yogurt. I'm going to take the lids off of those. And we're going to slice up some strawberries using our quick slice. Okay? So we're going to lay all of our strawberries. Look, she acts like she's done this before.
I've done it with the potatoes.
Tomatoes?
Tomatoes.
How many times have they heard you say potatoes for tomatoes tonight? And then you're just going to take this and rock it side to side to start it. And then push it straight down. And now you've got all of your strawberries perfectly sliced.
Wait, do put them
So we're just going to put some strawberries down in there. And I know somebody's going to be munching on them here in about 2 seconds. So again, this is just a quick and easy breakfast if you're on the go. The lid's on it so you can prep these ahead of time and take them to work. And then we have some blueberries that we already rinsed that we're just going to throw on top.
Sprinkles.
If you're a sugar-aholic, okay, I have found what I love to top these with, and believe it or not, is maple syrup. Real maple syrup. It's a really good healthy option for you versus throwing sugar on there or using some other kind of sweetener. At least it's a natural product for you. It doesn't have health benefits, Wolf?
Some, I think.
Some health benefits? I'm pretty sure it does. All right, so the lids are going to go back on these. Oh, there it is. So that's how easy it is to make 3 breakfasts for myself, okay? So you've got 3 bowls. You can have one for breakfast tomorrow, absolutely.
Bring someone on camera.
Because I can bring somebody that's on there on with me.
Oh.
So you guys can see we have those 3 breakfasts done. I'm getting ready to have 12 omelets done. So you could even have 2 omelets a day, or have one for you. Let the kids have one each instead of eating cereal. Are they done?
That big one.
Here, is it overflowing?
Yeah, look.
Okay.
It's overflowing.
Can you unhook because we're just about out of time. So I'm going to give you guys a peek at the omelets that are almost done. They have about 2 more minutes to go in here in the oven, and then I will take those out. They'll come out super easy out of that because of that non-stick coating that's on the brownie pan. And then I'll just place them in this bigger storage container. Okay, they'll go right into the refrigerator. The kids can grab one in the morning. You reheat them for about 45 seconds to a minute, and then they have a healthy option for breakfast.
I'm having that.
So just to recap, we made burrito bowls that have brown rice, black beans, grated cheese, chicken that's been seasoned with Southwestern seasoning mix. We made a fresh salsa in our manual food processor that we're going to throw on top of these after we reheat. Then we've got our yogurt with fresh strawberries and blueberries. And then down in the oven, we have our pan full of personalized omelets. So I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I'm going to flip this camera around real quick. My husband's saying thank you. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves tonight. Yes, my cheeks are hot and red because I'm sweating to death in here. I even have the window open. I have no idea. I'm menopausal, girls. What all I can say. So I hope you guys have enjoyed all of the tips that I've shared and the recipes I've shared. I'll make sure to add the recipes on to Tyra's group later on. So here's my surprise announcement with you guys. So if you place your order this evening, so it's 9 o'clock, or in the morning, so let's say by noon tomorrow, I'm going to give you free shipping on your order, okay? So if you place your order by noon tomorrow, you will have free shipping on your order. Now, the really good thing is we're not going to be closing the party up until Friday. So that's actually when your credit card will charge. So you can feel free to go ahead and place the order. Your card won't charge until Friday, but you'll still have the free shipping. The free shipping, once your order comes through, I will make the adjustment and then I will send you a new receipt with your correct total, okay? The other announcement is that if you book your own show in the month of April, you get your choice of items for 60% off in the catalog. So that could be that grill pan for 60% off. It could be a set of knives for 60% off. Tyra will get a half price item at your party. You'll get amazing host rewards, okay? But then I'm also going to give you an extra $20 in free product when your party qualifies at $200 in sales. So it's a win-win for all of you guys. So, all right, guys, any questions, just let me know. Post them below. Like I said, the specials that I offered are only valid until noon tomorrow. Thanks, Jen. I love my kitchen, too. It was a labor of love, wasn't it, sweetheart? I hope you guys have enjoyed all of the information I shared with you guys tonight. I really enjoy my job. I hope you guys know that after partying with me for so long, that I just love what I do, okay? Facebook gives us great flexibility in being able to come live into your homes while you're enjoying your drink and, you know, in your pajamas, seeing somebody else work and cook. But the beauty of this is I get to actually eat the food, where normally at a party I don't get to eat the food and enjoy it. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys taking time out. If you're watching this on the replay, make sure to comment and let us know that you were here. Thank you again, Tyra, for hosting a party with me, and I will talk with you guys soon. Bye.